Well, folks, we got a question from Dung Nguyen Van. Hi, Dan. I have two questions I want to ask you. What percent of rep maximum for optimal strength increase? Well, I tell you one thing. That question by itself is one of the most difficult things by itself to wrap your arms on. What weight should I be using to get stronger? Now, I believe in the easy strength protocol because it works so well for me and everyone has tried. And really, what we found that there's a range about 70 to 80% that seems to work the best. Now, if you read my work, if you read like the easy strength supplements in the members area, you'll find out that I'm a believer in what John Powell taught me about the discus throw. Let's say you throw the discus 200 feet. Well, if you throw 200, your 80% is 160. Now, once you throw 200, trying to get to 201 means you've got to pull your maximum up higher. You got to really pull. You just threw your lifetime best, and now people are asking you, what are you going to add to it? John's idea is this. Instead of trying to pull and grind that 201 up higher, what I'm going to ask you to do as a discus thrower, shot putter, and lifter is we're going to put 80% on the bar, and I want you to get a sense of how easy you can do it. In the discus, when I was throwing in my lifetime best, throwing 160 in training was actually hard to do because I couldn't figure out the rhythm and tempo. So if you told me to throw 160, I'd throw 170, and your job as a coach is to say, ease on down a little bit. So now I found we put a bucket out at 160, and I'm trying to throw the discus in the bucket. Okay, a little target practice. That's a wonderful way to learn to throw farther. And all of a sudden I know that I am just dropping 170 every time at the effort I used to throw 160. Powell's insight was this. We have nudged our 80% up. We've nudged it up. And we can guess that on the other side, our 100% has gone up. Now, I know it works in throwing, but then I discovered it also works in the weight room. When I was young, I read a great article about how the Cuban Olympic lifting team, had done this fascinating thing. They spent a lot of time with 80% in singles. They were also one of the first Olympic lifting teams to really think, so you do a lift, you're working out today and your coach goes, you seem weak here. And then they would add a bodybuilding movement to it or make up an exercise that day to fix it. It's interesting because we now call it the conjugate method. Bondarchuk uses it with hammer throwers. But really, the first time I'd heard about it was with the Cuban lifters. And the idea about doing 80% is that you never miss and you grease that groove. You tell the nervous system, this is what I want. And then over time, you nudge your strength levels up. I think for someone who doesn't do drugs, that pushing that 70 and 80% area over time and give yourself time is the best place for your rep maximums to be. And then, of course, the follow-up question, and thank you for this one too, what tempo is optimal lifting for strength? Make the lift is the optimal. I have never heard a good lifter talk about tempo. I know on the bodybuilding sites, and I know that, these people talk about it. I think it's nonsense. I've always thought that. I can remember, back when I was benching over 400 pounds, there's no way I would go 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. Pause. 1,001, 1,002. There's no way, because that weight can literally kill me if I miss it. When you're Olympic lifting, you want to make the lift. So I don't believe in tempo at all. I believe that you make the lift. You make the lift. Let me repeat that one more time. Make the lift.